Hello Capricorn, and thank you for joining me on my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your reading for January the 1st through to the 15th, so we are in your season. Happy birthday to all you beautiful Capricorns that are having a birthday. I know a lot of the Capricorns I talk to say when you have a birthday around this time, they often don't get a lot of attention because a lot of people are away, or, you know, it's just a busy time of year. So I do want to extend birthday wishes to you if that's the case. You feel like you might be getting a bit overlooked or people are not around. So this is a general reading, Capricorn. So just take what feels right and leave the rest. Not all of it's going to resonate. If it does resonate, there will be an extended reading. We look at the future beyond and look at the energies in more detail. The Two of Wands crossed by the Six of Wands. The link for that is in the description box below. Wow, the Eight of Wands. Look at how many wands. Oh, the Empress. Oh my goodness, Capricorn. The Page of Swords. The Moon. The Eight of Swords. The King of Cups. The Two of Swords, and the World card. Wow, I want to pull one more card. The Ace of Cups, beautiful. There's the new beginning, the completion and a new beginning. Big time. This is beautiful. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, the Nine of Wands. Gosh, you may feel like you're not going to get there, but at the last minute, you'll find that strength, that energy. You're so close to the end of a cycle here now. So we'll get stuck into it, Capricorn, and we'll pull some of the other cards later. So the Two of Wands crossed by the Six of Wands. You know, this is wanting to take or taking that first step into a new opportunity, a new future, leaving something behind. And it's very looking for success as well. This is you having the ability to do this, overcoming anything in your way, achieving this. It's also can be the first step towards success and recognition. So it's a very, very positive start to the year. So it's interesting because we have crowning you the Eight of Wands. This is very direct and clear message or news, and very fast or swift action coming through with this as well. It's in your conscious mind. So I feel like this might be something that you're feeling like you need to be doing or wanting to bring in, or you are doing. So there's themes around this, wanting to take quick and fast action, having some very clear and direct communication with someone as well. Because at the base you have the Empress, and this is the deep down energy that's happening on a deeper level. And this is fertility for some of you. This is expansion in relationships. This is abundance. So she's coming in really strong. It's the divine feminine coming in, Venus. So there's this lovely, lovely energy that is wanting you to see the fruits of your labor, to see an expansion of some of those seeds of success that have been mulling around for a while inside, or that you might have been mulling over. So, yeah, it's an incredibly successful energy, this energy here. In the recent past, we have the Page of Swords. You might have been waiting for some more information, gathering more skills, or waiting for news. You might have heard some kind of news, some kind of good news for some of you that's allowed you to take that first step into your future. So it's absolutely beautiful. It might have been intuitive message, but either way, with that Eight of Wands, you get the message very loud and clear. In the near future, we have the Moon. So suddenly we get something gets veiled and clouded. We step into some confusion, which is hard because it was so clear, and then suddenly it gets unclear very fast, straight away, which is strange. And this is just really trying to make sense of something that's occurred here. Trying to make sense of it because it's kind of been such a positive and clear movement forward, taking that first step forward. And then it's like, where do I go from here? Or maybe I'm not seeing the third step. So, and that's because I feel like there's an overlapping of energies. It's just, this is the tail end of something that is finishing. It may be around the moon cycles. So it's around cycles at least. So it is a sense that trying to understand why something has not ended when you've taken huge steps towards starting something new. and it feels like something should have ended, but it hasn't. So, yeah, there's a sense of overlapping cycles, which can cause some frustration, but it's all about divine timing. It's just something that has not quite finished yet. And that's why we're getting with that Nine of Wands. It's like, okay, it's not finishing. So is it going to ever end? Am I going to feel like I'm fully stepping into this or not? And that's why you're feeling stuck. The Eight of Swords, feeling stuck. But the thing with the Eight of Swords is you're not actually really stuck. This is just your mind playing tricks on you, saying you are. It's a limitation, self-limitation. This character can easily pull those cords. They're not bound very tight. So it's more where your mind is stuck, where your thoughts have convinced you or kept you stuck somewhere. But it really is, I think it's this feeling of feeling stuck because of the overlapping cycles. So surrounding you, we have the King of Cups, this beautiful energy. This could be a Pisces in your midst that's actually here to help. This energy helps you remain above water, helps you find some stability in your emotions. It could be a person coming in as well that could be giving you some very good advice as to not to be emotionally reactive to something, because there's a lot of turbulence around. You could quite easily get swept up in those emotions. But this energy, whether it comes in a person or it's an energy inside yourself, is saying just remain calm for the moment, okay? Just be patient. Everything will be okay. Getting swept up in this water is not going to help you at all in this situation. So it's a very calming energy around you. Could be a parent as well for some of you. Or father figure. So, hopes and fears, the Two of Swords. Yeah, you can't see where you're going. It's indecision. Don't know where you're going for the next step. And again, we have the Moon trying to trust your intuition that something is there, but not being able to see clearly. But that's just a fear, because we do have the ending of the cycle here with the World. The World is always about a completion, an ending of a cycle. It's the last card in the major arcana, and aces are always about the new beginnings. So something very obvious, very clearly has ended, that cycle that was hanging over you, and it comes with this sense of release, comes with this sense of rebirth or birth. Something beautiful is birthing in your life, and that's what we were saying with the Empress, is a very highly fertile energy. So she is associated with birth, whether it's metaphorical or even real. Some of you might be getting pregnant. But she, like I said, she plants those seeds that have been there. That fertility is huge, and you start seeing their results. But I feel like with this Ace of Cups that this is a beautiful energy. There's this joyful release that finally something is over. So it comes with healing as well, which is lovely, and happiness and joy. So beautiful energy. So that's why we get to the Nine of Wands, which is like, oh no, not this again. When is this going to be over? When can I finish this? And it's a guardedness, a suspicion, defensive energy. And the thing with the Nine of Swords is you're actually closer than you think. So that's kind of been one of the big messages all along, Capricorn. So let's pull you a little charm, lucky charm for the start of the year. What do we have? Wow, we have the cross. We have Christ on the cross. It says I dropped it. Inri, sorry. Sorry. So it's letting go of a cross to bear, something that has felt like a cross to bear. It's surrendering as well. There might be a sense of sacrifice, a sense of martyr. Jesus might actually be someone of significance to you. So it's interesting that this is something that's being released, but it might also be about faith, having faith for some of you, and connecting into your faith and having that faith that you will get there, which it does show that you do. So let's pull an animal spirit energy for you, Capricorn. Oh, two have come out. We have, where do I want to put that? Crocodile and fire ant. So here's the irritation, the fire ant. Like while you're in that moon energy, the near future, something's ending and it's like, why isn't this finished? Something's kind of overhanging you. This can be projects that just aren't completing, or relationships or people that aren't going away, or just an overall sense of a bigger cycle. Like, thank goodness, why isn't 2020 ending? It feels like it's still here. So maybe it can be all of those things, but there could be something that could be irritating you, or you could be irritable, or there's something in it that might have a bit of a sting in its tail. But there is another part of you with that crocodile energy, just as the final exit. It's kind of like, be gone with you kind of energy, showing me a little bit. You know that scene in The Lord of the Rings with Gandalf? I don't know if any of you have seen this, where Gandalf is in the Moria, the dwarf caves, and he's fighting that Balrog, that big demon-y kind of thing, and it looks like the Balrog is gone and Gandalf has defeated him, and in the very last minute the tail whips up and snags him and pulls him down. And that's what this fire ant energy is. Right at the last minute, something just gets your goat, and you're just like, oh, it's just the final thing that will help you get over and move beyond that. There's another part of you that might think I'm about to snap, like the crocodile. Quite literally, I've been very, very patient with an energy, but if it annoys me and hurts me too much, I'm quite literally going to snap. So it can test your patience, absolutely. This energy of having to wait for something to finish, absolutely. But the crocodile is patient. It does have its eye on the prize. It's half in, half out. It's not too emotional about it, and that's what the King of Cups is saying is keep a balanced mind of emotion and thought, and you'll be okay. So, yeah, I do feel like these two are fairly testing energies. So it does feel like it's kind of a final test for some reason, Capricorn, just to kind of get to the end of the year. But then there's like a graduation ceremony. You graduate and get all the gifts and rewards at the end with the World and the Ace of Cups. So let's pull a fairy card. Passing the test. Fairy card for Capricorn. Luminous Doom. Okay, so this is the pessimistic card. So if this is how you're feeling, like if you're feeling, because there is something that just a final hook, a final test, a final draining of your energy, a final just ending of the cycle. Like I said, there's an overlapping of the paths. If this is kind of, feeling a bit like this, is this ever going to end? There can be a pessimism around this energy. Things aren't going to work out. I'm not going to get to the other side. I'm not going to have the energy for this. I'm not going to do it. Just be aware of these thoughts. This little fella can come in and just dominate as well sometimes. But there is some really lovely energy coming once it all gets released. So he can pop his little head up, but it's kind of understanding where that comes from, if this is how you're feeling and why. I'm just going to pull one more for you, Capricorn, just to try and leave on a bit of a happier note, shall we? Because that's the thing. I feel like it's all really, really, really good and positive movement forward. It's just this one little hook here that's coming in for you. So, and once that's gone, look, Guardian at the gate, there's just, stepping into this new era. This is the Aquarian energy coming through. The gate is open. So there's a whole heap of new frequencies coming down, raining down upon you. There's a whole heap of new ideas, new opportunities, new ways of thinking, innovative thought. So, yeah, it's like a deluge that comes in. And so that's what we're getting, a lot of very clear information coming through with the Page of Swords and the Eight of Wands, some very clear messages coming through. If they're coming through on your human life, they're coming from the higher realms. And if some of you are very highly intuitive, you might get that message very loud and clear. And sometimes, there's messages coming through loud and clear and about I just want to say this is a number 3, and so is the Empress. And 3 is the number of manifestation and abundance, creating, manifesting abundance. So, yeah, beautiful energy coming through for you, Capricorn. So this is where I'm going to leave the YouTube reading. I'm going to take it over to the Vimeo Deep Read, the extended reading now. We're going to look at the future beyond. We'll pull some more cards, some more energies, another charm, and we'll see where this is going, looking at the future beyond. So if you'd love to come over I'd love it if you could come over because they're always interesting. The link is in the description box below, but if this is where we're leaving each other, thank you so much for joining me, Capricorn. Happy 2021 and happy birthday. Ciao.